What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Now, before I get started, once again, I'd like to thank y'all for all the support y'all have been giving me on this channel, on this journey that I'm on with this YouTube game. Ever since I first started making videos on YouTube, since around mid-August, y'all been giving me a ton of support on every video that I've posted, and I appreciate that. Now, at the time of me recording this video, I'm closing in on 70 subscribers, and I've already set my goal to reach 100 subscribers by February. So if you would like to see this channel continue to grow, I would appreciate if you take a second to like the video that you're watching, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And if you know anybody who might like my content, send them a video. Now, with all that being said, let's get into it. My name is Trayvon Maddox, and today I'll be talking to y'all about why it's so important to bet on yourself. Now, when I say bet on yourself, I don't mean to give your money to someone and think they're gonna flip $50 into $150 or invest your money into things that you have no knowledge of. When I say to bet on yourself, I mean to take the skills, the resources, the knowledge, and the assets that you have and use them to create more opportunities for yourself in life. Now, I'm currently trying to work myself out of the mindset of being poor. And being poor to me is passing over opportunities repeatedly. You see, in my opinion, life is about taking advantage of opportunities and creating more opportunities for yourself to be able to benefit yourself and others around you. My personal motto that I use every day to motivate myself is that every day I'm trying to become 1% better every single day. I want to become better spiritually, physically, mentally, financially. And in order for me to become a better person and all of those different varieties every single day, I have to take advantage of opportunities that I'm given and that I earn, and I have to be able to create more opportunities for myself. And the first key that goes into betting on yourself is believing in yourself. Now, I know I say this a lot, like I'm always talking about believing in yourself and being positive and this and that, but that's because it's so true and it's so important to success. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's sports, if it's life, if it's anything, if it's going and talking to a girl. There's no way you're going to be successful or anything if you don't have confidence and you don't already believe in yourself. If you don't believe in your abilities to get certain things done, if you don't believe in your resources and your assets, and if you don't believe in your education and what you know, and your knowledge of certain things, then you're never going to be comfortable enough to take certain risks and to bet on yourself. Now, if you have a lot of goals and you're a goal-oriented person like myself, there's a lot of different things out here that you want to do in life. And almost all of these things that you want to do in life have some form of risk associated within them. I'll give you a couple examples. One example is chasing that job that you've always wanted. You might work at Amazon. It's a stable job. You got a set number of hours. You know how much you're working. You know how much money you're making. You might have been working there for a while now. You got the ropes of everything. You know who your co-workers are. You probably do your job to perfection. There's nothing that's a solid job for you, right? There's nothing wrong with it. But you might have the talent and the knowledge and the ability to go and be a lawyer. Now, I'm telling you right now, it's a lot harder to be a lawyer than to work at Amazon. So there's risk to come along with that. In order to be a lawyer, you gotta go to school. In order to go to school, you gotta pay for school. You might have to take out loans. A loan ain't free. That's something you're gonna have to pay back later down the road. So you taking a risk. You risking having to pay back and a lot of money, but you want to go get that career. And if you go get that career and you're successful in it, you can make it right back. You can be able to pay that off. And you'll be making a lot more money, and you might be a lot happier than you were if you were still working for somebody else, working at Amazon. That's a risk right there. But depending on who you are and how confident you are in your ability and your knowledge and other things, that might be a risk that you're willing to take. Another example, you might be out somewhere and you see a girl you like. You at the store, you trying to get online, and you see over on aisle 5, you see some girl. She looking nice. She might be wearing some nice clothes, got her hair done, nails done, nice shoes. She looking good. You want to go talk to her. Now, depending on who you are, that could be a risk. She can straight up curve you. And that risk is dependent on how you approach her, how you looking, what you got going for yourself, the mindset that you approach her on, what you actually trying to get out of that, are you trying to get to know her, you trying to take her out, whatever you depending on doing. That risk is associated on what she could be on. She might have a boyfriend. She might have a little boo thing. You never know. There's gonna be a risk involved now when you try to talk to that girl. But if you have confidence, you're not even thinking about all that. If you got enough confidence, you could be walking up to Beyonce and you wearing Gap. You not wearing no Gucci. You ain't wearing no Louis. You ain't wearing this. You ain't wearing that. You walking straight up to her with some Gap on, with some slides or something like that. Never know, man. Hey, you go up to her, you got enough confidence, and you betting on yourself, and you have confidence in yourself. Women love confidence. That's another risk right there. You might have always wanted to start that business. You might have had a business idea. You got one. You and your friends probably been talking about it, but like you never took that step because it's a risk. It's a risk because you're gonna be putting money, you're gonna be putting time and your effort, all this into this product or into this business, and it might not turn out well for you. You might lose money from it. That's a risk. But like I said, depending on how confident you are in your ability, your talents, and your knowledge and your assets, that might be a risk that you're willing to take if you're willing to bet on yourself. You might want to travel. I've always wanted to travel. I've never left the country. I always wanted to go. I got a list of places, different places. I want to go to Puerto Rico. I want to go to here, go to there. I got a list of places I want to travel to one day. You might want to travel. Traveling is expensive. You need to look at flights. You need to look at hotels. You need to look at the luggage and having enough money for food and to do this and to do that. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of risk involved there because you might go to that place. You might not even like that place. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things that go into it. But like I said, are you willing to bet on yourself? That's what it's all about. It's all about believing in yourself enough that you say, okay, this is a risk. This is something that might blow up in my face. But I have enough confidence in myself to take that risk. Alright, so I've been giving y'all a lot of little what if examples, what if scenarios. But I'll talk to y'all now about how I actually bet on myself. Now, when I start deciding to take risks and bet on myself, I had to look at things from a risk versus reward mindset. A risk versus reward mindset is looking at things and comparing things based on what the risk is. What can I lose from this? How can I hurt myself from this? What can happen if I do this and do that? How would that hurt me physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, this and that, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta look at things from the reward perspective of it, because that's the whole reason you're doing this. You taking risks because you want rewards from it. You trying to come up. You're not trying to stay right here. You're trying to go up here. You gotta take some risks to get up there. So we're looking at the rewards of things. The rewards are, how can I benefit from this physically, mentally, spiritually, financially? You gotta look at everything from the risk versus reward perspective. Now let's look at me. If you watch my last video, well, if you watch my Who Am I video in its entirety, you know that when I first went to the University of Findlay for my registration day, I didn't know if I would be on the football team. I didn't know if I would actually have a shot on making it onto the football team. I hadn't talked to any coaches in months. I didn't know what the situation there was going to be. But I looked at things from the risk versus reward standpoint. The risk of it all would be, I'm taking out loans to go to this expensive school, and I'm just going to school. Like, I wouldn't be playing sports. Like, I would just be there. I could do that at like some smaller school, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge risk. Then I go and I look at the reward side of it. What can the rewards be? I want to play football. I love football. That's a reward. Hopefully, if I work hard enough and I'm doing things I need to do and I impress people enough, maybe one day I can earn a scholarship. That could be a potential reward. And then graduating from a prestigious university, another reward. And also making connections and meeting new people and gaining new assets that can help me later down the road in life. That's a potential reward. You gotta look at everything that can be associated with it. Now, I took all that into consideration and I thought about the bad that can happen, thought about the good that can happen. And I said, hey, I believe in my ability. I believe in my knowledge. and making the right decisions in life. I believe in my skill set, and I believe in my assets. I believe when I get here, I'll be with the right people and they'll be able to help me out. So I decided to bet on myself, and now here I am. I'm a walk-on. I have an opportunity to continue to work hard and try to get where I want to be, and hopefully I'll be able to earn a scholarship one day. There's no guarantee that that'll ever happen, and there's no guarantee that it won't ever happen. There's a chance. It's risk involved in that, but I'm willing to bet on myself. I bet on myself not only because I believe in myself, but I bet on myself because I want to be in a better situation in the future than I am in right now. I want better opportunities for my family. I want to be able to help my mom retire one day. I want to be able to help my mom have a nice house. I want to have a nice house. I want to have a nice car. I want to be able to give back to my community. I want to be able to create generational wealth for my family. I want to be able to help uplift my community and not just get paid, move out the hood, move to the suburbs. No, I want to be able to create change and be able to help my community grow. These are some of the things I want. So if I want to go and get this, I got to take some risks. But I want it so bad that I'm willing to bet on myself. And since I took that risk and I decided to go to school and go to the University of Findlay and play football, so far, I've been working. I've been going. I can still go harder. I'm still going to be trying to go harder and harder. I'm going to be trying to get 1% better every single day so I can achieve my goals. But had I not taken that risk, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. Maybe I'll just be having a regular job, just trying to, just work at some regular place all my life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, some people, that's cool with them. But me, I've always wanted more. I've always wanted to not only better my life, I want to better my family's life. I want to better the lives of the people in my community. And all that starts with just taking that risk and betting on yourself. All right? That's all I got tonight for y'all. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. Leave a comment. Let me know how I did. Subscribe if you new. If you feel like this video might help somebody else out, send it to them, That goes a long way. Yo, I'm so glad to be back making videos for y'all, dropping content for y'all. Like, I really hope y'all enjoy it because I really love doing this from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully, I'm helping somebody. If I can just impact one person's life, that's good enough for me. All right? I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm out. Peace.
Two-face killer, go gorilla for the bag. That boy be a pussy, kill the vibe, he a drag. Autobiography gon' look like a brag. Let's get to the money, I'm on PT dirty ass. Made these fucker raise a white flag.